In today's modern society, there's a group of people who conspire that the Earth is flat. There's a very simple experiment to prove that the Earth is in fact a sphere that anyone can conduct. This technique was discovered by a man named Eratosthenes, who was born in 276 BC in the Greek colony Cyrene. He was a brilliant mathematician, astronomer, historian, poet, and was also appointed as the director at the Great Library of Alexandria. Eratosthenes had read that on the summer solstice at precisely noon, light from the sun shone straight into the bottom of a well in Syene. Only the water was illuminated, and he could see the reflection of the sun, whereas the sides of the well were dark. This indicated that the sun was directly overhead. This occurs because during the summer solstice for the northern hemisphere, the sun reaches its highest position in the sky, and the Earth's maximum axial tilt toward the sun is 23.4 degrees. Due to the location of the city of Syene in respect to the celestial equator, on the summer solstice at noon, the sun is directly overhead. Eratosthenes decided to perform his own experiment and watched to see if a stick would cast a shadow on the summer solstice at noon in Alexandria. The stick did cast a shadow. He wondered how it was that a stick in Alexandria could cast a shadow at the same time that a shadow was not casted in Syene. If the Earth was flat, there would not be a shadow in either city at the same time, or there would be shadows of equal length, since the sun's rays would be inclined at the same angle for both cities. With this information, he concluded that the surface of the Earth must be curved. By using the angle of the shadow and the distance between the cities, he was able to get a pretty accurate estimation of the circumference of the Earth. He first did this by using the geometry of a right-angled triangle. He had the height of the stick that was used to cast a shadow and the length of the shadow. By utilizing the equation tan theta is equal to the length of the shadow divided by the height of the stick, he was able to calculate the angle that the shadow was casted to be 7 degrees. He then used another geometry law that states that if two parallel lines are intersected by a third line, the interior angles of the parallel lines are equal. So if you visualize a stick in each city that extends down to the center of the Earth, the angle between them will be 7 degrees. So knowing that a spherical Earth has 360 degrees, he divided the total 360 degrees by the angle of 7 degrees, and set that equal to the circumference of the Earth divided by the distance from Alexandria to Syene. This calculation resulted in a circumference of 40,000 kilometers. The actual circumference of the Earth is 40,075 kilometers. He was only off by 75 kilometers when measuring the circumference of the Earth with only a stick and basic geometry, which is incredibly impressive.